y'all some listen. Let me get into it after I do this. Let me share this, and I'm gonna be right back with y'all. I was supposed to be live with y'all earlier, but I had some stuff to do today, so y'all gotta pardon me. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right with you. I gotta share this on my own and all that. It's outdoors. So give me a second here. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. All right. So, will there be a Trump pardon? Hmm. Question a lot of people asking. I think TMZ is the people on it. I was over at TMZ the other day, just ironically enough, and then a day later, this news came out or whatever, and I expressed what I said over at TMZ in the chat, and it was read. The funny thing about it is, shout out to Harvey, Brooklyn, what's going on? The funny thing about it is, we don't know. Now, I will say this. I myself, and I'm going to play this for you in a little bit here. I myself went down there to Trump Tower. And when I went to Trump Tower, give me 1 second, guys. When I went over to Trump Tower, I went over there, and I said in front of there, and I wanted to express it, I said, I think Diddy should get, thank you, OG Kicks, I think Diddy should get a pardon. That's my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to ask me, well, why do you base that on? I said, I base it on the fact that the charges of self and what it's led up to now. And I always keep on consistently, and I will continue to use Jeffrey Epstein, with the Epstein files now being released, or at least a partition of them come tomorrow, maybe Friday. Finally, you know what I'm saying? I guess. You know what I mean? What's going on, brother? So the problem is, when we talk about pardons, what scope are we talking about it? And this is why I added in Hakeem Jeffies into the conversation. I added it into the other day, but I didn't talk about it for a reason. I said, let me grab some momentum, because most people are going to know what I'm talking about. Well, with Hakeem Jeffies, he had someone that was pardoned from the January 6th attacks, plot out on social media, and will at least tell the social media followers how he was going to go and they was going to harm Kareem Jeffies. And this is someone that was pardoned by Trump for the January 6th insurrection, as you call it. And I said to myself, all right, that ain't necessarily Trump's fault, and it's not. The problem was, we got a couple of these guys that were pardoned by Trump, and since then they have consistently gotten into trouble. You understand what I'm saying? So when the idea comes up and we say, are we going to get Trump a chance? Now, we're going to give Diddy a chance. Now, I want to show something to y'all, and then I'm going to hop into something else too. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me share this again. Got a new stack of people I'm up against now that subscribe to my channel, so flag me whenever I go live. It's like so few people in my chat room than it usually is because of that measure. That's all good. We're going to keep pushing. Just give me a second, guys. Let me share this some more. Let people know I'm live. It's unfortunate, but that's what you go through. I never have just 2 people in my audience. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying? With 30K subscribers, nah, it's impossible. 2 people out of 30K, sure. Somebody's flagging me every time I go live. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. Anyway, back to Hakeem Jeffies. Hakeem Jeffies was threatened by this man, and what I was looking up was, I wanted to show y'all, well, I don't even have to look it up. I want to show y'all what I mean by that. News. So I'm going to read this off to you first of all. Then we're going to circumnavigate back around. We're going to talk about Puff again. Hey, what's going on, Janine Lomax? What's popping? Ain't shit, man. Trying to figure out why my YouTube is now at 1 person, 2 people, 3 people in the chat room. Well, previously, by this time, it would be upwards of 50 to 60 people. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. They really bother me with that type of little thing right there. I know a lot of us got to do too with me talking about this man the other day. I'm gonna continue to talk about you too till I get off this motherfucker. How about that? I'm gonna continue to talk about your ass till I get off this motherfucker. How about that? I talked about the new CEO of YouTube on one of my lives, and ever since then, my view count has been significantly down. Hakeem Jeffies was attacked by a man, or planned attack by a man. And I want to read Pardon January 6th. Ooh, yeah, got it. All right, I got it, y'all. All right, so let's go over here. I wanted to make sure I got it correctly. All right, so this is what we have. Just give me a second, y'all. Still 2 people in the chat room. That's hilarious. Yeah, here's the article I was looking for. It was a particular article I was looking for. Donald Trump's January 6 pardons cast a long shadow over justice 6 months later. On this, the 6-month anniversary of President Donald Trump's sweeping pardons for more than 1,500 people accused of convicted or invading or ransacking the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Let's check in on some of the people arrested for that riot and how the president's team is rewriting history to make the FBI and the Department of Justice look like the bad guys. People Trump pardoned for January 6 crimes have since been arrested for soliciting to with the likes of soliciting a minor for sex, for commercial burglary, for home invasion. And the FBI agents and federal prosecutors who worked with those January 6 cases have been demonized by Trump as his administration ends their careers for the offense of doing their jobs. Kyle Travis Holton, a California man arrested and accused in December 2023 of using a flagpole to assault a police officer at the Capitol on January 6, pleaded guilty in October 2024. Trump pardoned him 3.5 months later, but Colton had more trouble with the law after. FBI search when he was arrested found Colton's computer held conspicuous images and videos depicting graphic sexual abuse of young children. Colton's attorney argued that Trump's pardon applied to his child porn too. He argued that it applied to his child porn too. That's amazing. Because it was discovered as a January 6th investigation. Yeah, that is crazy. They are really flagging me. I got one person in the chat. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I got people flagging me while I'm live, son. I can't tell my story. Only y'all can tell y'all story. That's crazy. That's crazy. 4 people in the chat. Fuck you. Fuck you.